day like this, but if you didn't have rain, then you wouldn't have flowers, okay? I just want to tell you that sometime, I tell people, you can have a vision that and you go describe it to somebody else, and they look at it and they say your vision is a nightmare. But today, this is just part one of I tell people of the total restoration of North Harbor. I liken it to, I say it all the time, I tell people when I was a child, you go to the page and they have all the dots on it. And until you connect all the dots, then you see the picture. And that's what this is. This is just a few dots in a whole picture that when we get to the end of it, people will see. And I was told by a group, Indiana Downtown, they came, that was about 7 years ago. And they told me to concentrate on the T area, 2 blocks of Broadway and 2 blocks of Main. And they said, just concentrate on that area, get that area right, and everybody else will believe anything else that you say could be possible. And so then we've asked the business people to buy into an 80-20 facade program. And as you go, you can start seeing these masonry facelifts that we've given these buildings. When we first started, we couldn't get one business to do a buy-in. Now, it was one business did it, then it's 2. When you literally drive down, you're gonna see about 10 of them that did the buy-in, and now even the ones with the hardest head is starting to see, man, I don't want my business sitting next to this business, and mine look dilapidated. And then maybe also because I told them that after we try to put incentives there and you don't take them, then then we gotta get big ego on you. Because no one is gonna stop this renaissance of the city of East Chicago. No one will get in the way. I tell people that we have an election coming up, and I shouldn't throw that in there, but it's reality. And that will not even stop the vision, because once you give people a piece of something beautiful, they're gonna keep on demanding it. So we have planted the seed, what I think that will begin for the total resurrection of the city of East Chicago. I can just go on and on and on, but I would like to thank some of the people that have been here from the beginning. Dave Ryan from Lake Shore, thank you for being there. We also got Terry Belligan, who's here from Fig Bridge Group, Klein Avenue. Again, that was another one of those things people would say that would never be brought from the ground back up, and restored. And now I'm happy to announce in January of 2020, Klein Avenue, you'll be able to pay your toll and drive on back across it. Sometimes I tell people the impossible is possible if you just dream. And that's what today is. So we put together a little tour. You're free to walk through here and see what this is all about. So again, thank you for each and every one of you for coming today. I'm going to turn this over to Milton. He's been steering the ship, so Milton Reed.
Thank you, Mayor. Let's give Mayor Copeland a hand. One thing he said that was true, and I like to tell this story, is there was a vacant lot across the street, and we said that, and when we were groundbreaking, and over here was dilapidated. It was a plaza that hadn't been used for years, and many people we wrestled on those Mondays, many a Monday, going back and forth with our thoughts. But there's one thing about the mayor: his yes means yes, and his no means no. And he says, we're going to do this building. And we were talking about it, and the mayor was saying, you know what, Milton, we deserve the best. We're not going to put these little small cookie cutters in here cramming people in. We want something beautiful. He said, we want something nice. He said, you know why? Because we are EC, and I love my city. He says the same thing with new parks. It's the same things with new fire trucks. It's the same thing with new equipment. He says it's the same thing we did on Broadway. We are EC, and I love my city. So I thank you for that, Mayor.
As y'all can see, he must get paid half the day.
And just very briefly, I want everyone to know out there that these units will be for sale. We are in the process even this week of entering agreements with East Chicago's one of our finest real estate agents, Lynn Watkins with McCauley. She's here. Let's raise her hand. And also like to always acknowledge all of the mayor's staff. It doesn't happen to just one person, but all of the staff. Just kind of raise your hand that are here. And if we all have 2 cents in this one way or another, the multimedia department. So just finally, downstairs is a commercial unit that will be occupied by the Urban Enterprise Association. All of this is a finished out model unit. All the other units, the owner or the new owner will be able to pick their own flooring and lighting. That's why you see it's still quote unquote under construction. Obviously we caught the rain on our sidewalk outside, but we will feature decks on the townhome. There are 3 more townhome units. So if you want to get a look around, you can grab myself. We have a couple of our staff downstairs to feel free to take a look around, and thank you so much for coming out.
And let me also add, if you throw a rock, you can see the old Galleria. We are getting ready to renovate it, and we're going to make those, there's going to be 8 incubator sites that will give young entrepreneurs a chance to come in and start their businesses for next to nothing. That's going to give us the foot traffic down in this area. I can throw a rock here to the north here. We're getting ready to put up a moving forward project. The moving forward project was going to have, the first floor is going to be a clinic, and there'll be 18 units on top. I throw another rock even further north. We're getting ready to put up a $340 million senior complex, and all of this is getting ready to start in late summer. We look to finish up in the fall of next year. I tell people, when you come through the city of East Chicago, in the next year and a half, you're not going to know the place. Right now, we're doing total reconstruction of our streets, our water, our sewer lines on the south side, which needed the most investment. And when we've finished those, then we're going to turn our attention over to that side and resurrect that side with those same incentives that the business owners can tie into. But again, like I tell everybody, this is a great day. The rain is doing nothing but nourishing all the ideas that will be flourishing in the future. So I will tell each and every one of you, thank you for coming out on a day like today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Feel free to wander around. I can give some little tours and tell you some of the stories around. Esperanza and Tamika are downstairs. They can show you the townhome units.
Yes, sir.